This is an ActiveX Control that is running the character animation engine of The Sims without any of the simulation, and is able to draw the people, the characters that are in your game by just reading the characters out of the game files and loading all the character animations. And it can also load all the media over the web dynamically, downloading it from the web server, so that you can have these working without actually having the game installed. But if the game is installed, then you have access to the characters that are in your family and that you've made and painted. So if you paint your own skin, this will let you animate them. But the way it works is that it's an ActiveX control that can send. There's keyboard control just for demo purposes, and but more interestingly, JavaScript can send it commands, set it properties, and load things. And you can also configure it with an XML file that says, load this body, put this mesh on it, put this animation on it. And eventually I'm going to add more sort of timeline sequencing abilities in the XML file to put a script for playing a bunch of things in sequence. Basically right now, the XML file will, its structure is displayed down here. It just says, it has dressings, which are things put onto the body of the skeleton. Those are suits. There's the hands, 2 hands, the head, and the body. And a practice is a animation that is applied to a skeleton. So a practice is a skill. It's like the remote control knob or the remote control of a skill that's applied to a skeleton. And you can have several skills applied at once, and they can mix and overlap each other. So the neat thing about this thing is that you can kind of do puppeteer dancing with a keyboard, and they blend between the animations. So not all the animations are compatible, so sometimes there's a little twitching, but so here's like a walk cycle, and I can with the keyboard kind of stumble along there in different parts of the walk cycle, jumping into different parts. And here's like a run cycle, and you could be running. And if you go from the run to the walk in the right place, it looks good, and if you don't, it looks bad. So who knows? Maybe there's a game here. So, but it's fun to just hit the buttons, and it's something a 3-year-old could do and find amusement with. So, and the other thing, let's see here. Let's get. So imagine you could make yourself or your whole family and put them on your web page, and then here you can have a little flea circus. You can make them really little, and the neat thing is that they are in their own window that is floating above the desktop. And let's get fewer people here, but we'll get 4. Yeah. Oh, this is the 3 banana peel splits. So these 3 guys are just running the same animation, but offset in time. And now I can type a letter to get the first guy, or I can point at a guy here, and then type a letter to get him doing something. And now they'll overlap. So and then we can scale them up, because so basically on the web page I have these little controls that called JavaScript functions that set properties of the ActiveX control. So when I change the scale, like that. So here, let's get a simpler one here. Let's just get the couple dancing together. So, out a little here. So yeah, so they're both playing the same animation at the same time. So, and I can bring them out onto the desktop. Put them above my icons, and they'll just they can just keep me company, or maybe when I get mail, they could notify me, or basically now you can script it with JavaScript. You could make all kinds of neat little applications and experiment around with agents and stuff like that, but and still have the customizability your own skins, and it's just rendering. Basically, it's just rendering in 3D and then looking at where it drew and shaping the window to do exactly that. So, I do admit it, but it's like the paperclip. So, but hopefully, a little more enduring. Now, let's see. Okay, anyway, I'm going to now show Transmogrify really quickly.